Welcome back to another Motivational Monday. You guys probably know this about me by now, but there's typically no rah-rah and go get 'em, and that's not what Motivational Monday is all about. What I'm trying to do with Motivational Monday is get you immersed in the mode of, for lack of a better word, things like discipline, daily routine, skill set development, things like that. Things that I think and know you're going to need no matter what. Now, what's interesting is I was flying on a plane recently, and I finished a book called Lessons and Legacies of a President. And it was pretty interesting. It was about John F. Kennedy. Now, this is not a political message. In fact, I'm not even a Democrat. It was a really cool book. It was on leadership. I admire leaders. I admire successful people. I don't care what the political background is. I think the guy that wrote it, if you want to grab it, Lessons of a President, or Lessons in Legacy of a President, by a guy by the name of Barnes, I think it was. And in chapter 7 specifically, I remember, and I marked it, it talked about the importance of learning. And it really talked about self-learning, self-teaching, things of that nature. So it was interesting. I believe his first name was Robert, but it was McNamara. He was defense secretary at the time. And Kennedy tells a story about when McNamara came to him and said, I don't think I'm qualified for the job. He must have nominated him, I don't know, but he said, I'm not qualified for the job, I don't think. And President Kennedy said, well, that's okay, we'll learn together. There's no school for presidents either. And I thought that was kind of cool. As we develop our course, our QLS course, that I think just kicks butt in the real estate industry, there is no school. There are some courses developing, but there's no school, like an entire school, for being successful with what we do. We now have that with the Smart Real Estate Coach Academy, but you can't go spend a year there and go to school, but you can immerse yourself in it. So back to the lesson. Kennedy in the book talked about, total immersion with self-learning, all the learning that takes place after school, all the learning that takes place all the way till we die. And he talked about the importance of your ability, our ability, to constantly do that, to constantly gather new facts and not be afraid to change decisions, change goals, change directions. Immerse yourself in self-teaching, the things I mentioned as I opened the video, skill sets in your profession. If you read a book every single morning, in my case, audibles while I'm at the gym, book while I'm on a different machine, books on the weekend, you do that every day just for a few minutes, you're in the top percentage of your industry inside of a year or two. That's it. Just immerse yourself in that and surround yourself with others that do the exact same thing. Cool places to do that. Our QLS live event every year. Our masterminds every year if you're part of the associate program. Our QLS program, because you're not with us, but you get to immerse yourself in the material. All that kind of stuff, besides your personal development as well. Because here's what I know, guys. A mentor a while ago, he's on my podcast, Todd Smith. Go check out smartrealestatecoachpodcast.com and look up the episode by Todd Smith. And after you watch it, listen to it, please rate it. You're going to be moved by it, there's no question. But one thing he said in that interview that I did with him on my show, and he told me years ago, was, he said, Chris, your income will never, ever outpace your learning. Your income is directly related to your commitment to learning, your commitment to personal development, your commitment to improving your skill sets in your profession. That's it. That's a scary thought, guys. So if you have kind of like an unexpected flow of income or a little pop-up in income, he assured me, and it's so true when you go through your life and look, it'll always come back down to where your skill set, your level of development is. But if you constantly, as the Kennedy said in the book, learn, immerse yourself in that process, never-ending improvement, like Tony Robbins says, your income will follow because you're creating more and more value for yourself, your family, people you talk to, in my case, students. I'm constantly trying to challenge myself so that I can help you guys grow more and more and more. So things are going to continue to change, right? In your personal life, in your real estate business, in your job, if you have a job, God forbid, if you're not full-time yet, things change. We know that. But what has to stay consistent is your commitment to learning. Let us help you. Immerse yourself in our programs. Immerse yourself in strategy calls with us. Come here and do an office visit with us and understand what it is that we do and see that it's nothing special. It's not brain science. You can do it too. And never, ever stop the commitment to learning. Make it a great week. Thanks for tuning in to another Motivational Monday. I have a question for you. What would you like to see featured on the Motivational Monday? What are you maybe thinking about taking on for a challenge you might need some help with? What are you wrestling with personally or in real estate that you might need some help with? What would you like to see for an idea that you're not sure how to implement? What would you like to hear from other successful people either on our team or on our associate community so that you can see what the heck it is they're doing? What is it for you? What would you like to see? Go ahead and put it in the notes here. Be sure to subscribe as well, because if you subscribe, you're going to get all the shows coming out, including the more real estate specific, which is the Deal Structure Sunday and the Q&A. Again, those are very specific to real estate, whereas this is general and broad. And as I said in the introduction, I want to make sure you are super duper clear on the fact that your income will never outgrow you. Enjoy the Motivational Mondays so we can continue to grow you as a person, you as a business owner, you as an entrepreneur, and your income will follow, and so won't your lifestyle. Make it a great week.